Afternoon, guys and girls. Right, so another installment in the ZX6R saga. I'm going to assume that you've already watched my earlier videos and just jump right into this. So basically, after having ground down the shims, I thought I'd do another compression test. So I put the engine all back together again, put the camshafts in. Spent about 2 hours putting the camshafts in, just fiddling around trying to get the timing right, trying to make sure that I've got the right number of pins from one side to the other and all that business. But it's all back together again now. Pretty confident I've got the timing right. So what I've done is I've got my compression tester and I've got my rig that I was talking about the other day. As you can see, I've got my battery here, and I've connected up the minus to the minus on the starter motor, and the plus to the plus, and I've got my switch here, and I've got the compression tester. So last time I tested it, as I've said in my previous videos, I got 100 psi, 90, 90 and 75. Okay, so I haven't done them all in order, but it doesn't really matter. I did the 75 one first because I wanted to see. No, I didn't. Sorry, I did that one first in the end for some reason. Anyway, right. So we've basically got 125, 125, about 130 and 140. So this one on the end is a massive difference. I've pretty much doubled the compression pressure on this number 4 cylinder. It's gone from 75 before to 140 now, so I've almost doubled it just by doing the valve clearances. And then this one on this end, I've increased that by 25% because it was 100 before and it's now 125. And then these in the middle, I'm not sure what the percentage is, but it's a good proportion because they've gone from 90 to 125. I could work that out if I had a calculator what percentage that is, but I haven't got one to hand. So, but it's a good chunk, 90 to 125. Now 125, and you can actually see that. Well, actually, it's dropped a wee bit because there's a few minutes since I did it. It's dropped about. This one was 130, sorry, and it's gone down to whatever that is, 115. So it's lost 15 psi. But that was about 5 minutes ago that I was turning that over. So they're not quite at the minimum. Some of them, well, that one at the end is, that's 140, so that's 2 psi over the minimum. Minimum is 138. So I've got 3 cylinders that are about 13 psi short of what they should be. But I reckon, as it was kind of running before on much lower pressures, I reckon it should probably run now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to clean it up, put it all back together, and put it back in the bike and try running it, and we'll see how it goes. Obviously that's going to take me a bit of time to do that because I want to kind of clean it up a bit because it's pretty disgusting. I've got to put the top on, I've got to put the engine cap on, and then I've got to get it back in the bike, and then obviously there's a ton of work I have to do after that. Cooling system, exhaust, radiator, carbs, airbox, the whole 9 yards. Connect up all the loom again, put the chain on. Absolute ton of work. So that's probably going to take me a few days to do that, and obviously I've got work and whatnot as well. I'll just be doing a bit when I can, so I'll get a chunk of it done this weekend, but I probably won't get it all back together. It's just a question of getting it done as soon as I can. So, but that's good news anyway. What I'll do actually is I'll just turn it over just now. I'm not sure how much juice I've got in the battery, but we'll give it a try and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So, ready, steady, go. See, that's what I'm talking about. There you go, 130 psi. It's definitely an improvement. So basically just watch this space, and hopefully within a week or two I'll have a running bike. Fingers crossed. Right, thanks very much for watching.